It is time to unleash your inner geek and experience the largest children's science center in the nation. The Museum of Science and Industry, or better known as MOSI, is just one of the many reasons to visit Tampa. And joining me now to tell us more about this amazing museum with more than 450 interactive science exhibits and visual displays is Jeff Easterling and Dr. Shock. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. I mean, thanks, Carly, whatever your name is.
Yeah, thanks. We're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same. We're TVO.
Well, you're both blonde, blue. It's all like blurry to me. Looks.
Well, tell us about MOSI. I grew up going to MOSI, living in the Tampa area. It's an awesome place. I know it's grown a lot over the years, so maybe if people went, you know, a little while, they need to come back, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, MOSI is the Museum of Science and Industry, and we're in Tampa, Florida, right across the street from USF. And really, our whole thing is to make science real, and by that we try to take all these concepts that seem like these crazy stuff to people, where they remember, oh my goodness, chemistry was so hard, but we like to take that, we like to take those things and we like to relate it to what you do every day. So rather than just think of it like a textbook, think of it like, well, how does this relate to Legos or Captain Crunch or things that you see every day? And it's really cool. It's always rewarding to have our guests and students, and even our students' parents, come to us and be like, man, if I would have learned science like this when I was in school, like I would have enjoyed it so much more. And that's really cool for us. And that's what we try to do, no matter whether it's with our exhibits or our shows that we put on or our classes.
Well, and the latest exhibit you have, before we get to Dr. Shock here and do a little experiment, is this 3D printing, which I've been hearing a lot about. So people are going to be able to kind of see hands-on about 3D printing.
Yeah, it's
possible.
It's super exciting. It's one of our it's our next traveling exhibit. We just got done with an awesome run with Mythbusters, and now we're actually developing and going to show a 3D printing exhibit. So it's going to be all about, you know, what is this technology that people are hearing a lot more about now, and you're seeing a lot in the news, and it's really interesting because they call it a disruptive technology, because it's really shaking things up even industry-wise. It's not like a new technology, but also changes the way we even think about the design process and bringing production into the home. And so it's going to be really, really cool, and we're very excited about it.
And I'd imagine it all goes back to simple science and math and some of the things we learned.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
What, Dr. Shock, what you love doing, right?
Oh yes, I love educating the masses. Love educating everyone through my regime, steampunks.
Yeah, steampunks, because I've heard a lot about these STEM programs.
Yeah.
But I'm learning through you guys, it's now being called STEAM.
Yeah, we had a vowel movement, and we added an A in there, and so we like to incorporate the arts in that. So instead of just doing STEM, we go to STEAM, and so it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math, because you can't really separate them. And that's what we try to do, is we try to take the science and the engineering, but also combine it with the comedy and the theater and all of the artistic ways to do things. So those are my steampunks, and they include crazy people like Dr. Shock.
How do you like being called a punk?
Oh, you know,
do you take that as a compliment?
He's a geezer, so he just called me a punk anyway. But
yes, I'm the old one.
You said you had a vowel movement? I guess it's better than
just a vowel.
I guess it's better than being in consonant, though. So, you know,
oh yes.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yes.
Speaking of, let's get to what we have in the bowl.
Oh yes, this is what we call a non-Newtonian fluid, or in some cases, people call it, what do they call it?
Oobleck.
Oobleck. Is that the scientific name? Oobleck?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Non-Newtonian fluid is the science name. That's the one that has a lot of syllables that you say to make yourself sound smarter.
Okay.
But people like to call it oobleck or slime. So.
All right, sounds good. So, and really, what did you add in here?
We just put some water in there and added some cornstarch, and that actually acted as a non-Newtonian fluid. Well, is a non-Newtonian fluid and acted as a non-Newtonian fluid, in the sense that it behaves like a solid when it's agitated, and then acts like a liquid when it's not. So if I put my hand in there slowly, if I try and yank it out as fast as I can, it will actually hold on to my hand for a bit. Would you like to give it a try?
Yes, I would.
All right, you
I
go
thought
ahead.
You'd never asked.
I'm just gonna
try to punch it. It's really cool because it looks, I mean, even if you move it around, it flows like a cake batter almost. But just punch it as hard as you can.
That's a good way to get out my anger.
Just punch it like 3 times.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And you could actually walk on this stuff, given enough, if you have.
Now, if you take your hand and just lay it gently on there, though, it'll actually go like all the way down to the bottom.
Let's see. Here we. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. It's like got a mind of its own.
Lift your hand up real fast. Oh, see this?
Wow.
Just bring the bowl up with you.
So, do people use this stuff in anything? I mean, is it
Yeah, we use it on TV shows to talk about the Science Center.
So it's got no other real purpose other than just to entertain TV
No, but what you see it a lot, like for example, quicksand kind of works the same way. Where so when you talk about you don't want to struggle in there because if you're moving, the way that the particles are suspended in there, they actually want to lock up when they're moving around. Also, this kind of has. It works a lot with material science too, so they study, well, what are the uses for having something that might flow at a lower impact, but if it were to be hit with something, so like let's say maybe in a bulletproof vest or something, that it would actually tighten up. So the lattice type structure that is in there can be used maybe not just in liquids but also in solids and other uses.
That is, you were saying maybe even cell phone cases.
Yeah,
and
maybe
things
even
should be...
life-proof cases, you know? Just like in between, you know. I assume the cornstarch water would damage the iPhone.
It would look really funny running down your face, I think, probably.
Well,
So.
Again, as we close, just to kind of wrap up, this is a great place for really kids, parents, families, everybody, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we literally have, you know, little babies that come in, and up to people that are past 100 years old. And it's neat because they kind of all meet on a common ground, and it's really awesome to see parents and grandparents and kids experience things sometimes together for the first time. And sometimes you even get the kids teaching the parents, especially with a lot of our technology. You know, it's really cool.
I'm fascinated with this stuff. I'm just sitting here playing with it. So, guys, thank you so much. We will be at MOSI. I think everybody needs to check it out. Again, it's a quick trip. So thank you so much for making the trip here. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Hope to have you guys back. To find out more about MOSI, all you have to do is log on to our website, foxmorningblend.com.
Wipe away the wrinkles. Up next, a tranquil place that will have you saying hello to ageless skin and goodbye to fine lines and wrinkles.